Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
I took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around.
That's the sweet voice of Stevie Nicks, ladies and gentlemen.
And I saw
one of the great songwriters of our time, one of the great voices, member of one of the greatest bands of all time, Fleetwood Mac. She's an amazing talent. 7 till the hour. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm Jim Blasingame, and I'm glad you're here. I am the Small Business Advocate. We're having a great visit with our good friend Olalah Njenga. She's the CEO of Yellowwood Group and also the author of 37 What Were They Thinking Moments in Marketing. Olalah, I need your website, please.
Sure. It's yellowwoodgroup.com, or you can hang out with me. The
color yellow and the fiber wood, yellowwoodgroup.com.
Or
that's a new website too, right?
Yes. It's all new, all cool stuff on there. But to check out all my segments with you, they can pop over to Olalah.com. And every chat I've ever had with you is over there.
Olalah. No, there is no other, ladies and gentlemen. Olalah, we're talking about the enthusiasm level or lack of which among small business owners. Why is it like that? What do we do to fix it? Which I'd like to talk a little bit about right now, Olalah. When I look back over my long career, and I'm talking about decades and decades long, I was a good employee for 23 years.
Right.
I've been a small business owner for a little bit longer than that, I've got some perspective, right? I mean, I have, that is an advantage of not being a kid, not having my gray hair is not premature. An advantage.
Neither is mine, Joe.
An advantage of that is that I've got perspective.
Right.
And so if I could give small business owners who are struggling right now any perspective, I would say the reason to have hope and to be enthusiastic about what you do resides in one place and one place only. How much do you believe in yourself to get yourself out of this?
Right.
I'm not saying that if you decide not to, it's because you don't believe in yourself. It's just that, are you willing to pay that price, or would you rather be an employee? It's not for everybody, is it?
It's not. And I think that having that honest conversation within yourself, is this still right for me?
Mm-hmm.
Because we get into business ownership for different reasons and at different times. And if you're not clear about whether or not you're in it for the long haul or you were just in it for a stopgap, then it really kind of taints your ability to be optimistic and enthusiastic about the future.
You've heard people say, I'm going to try the small business thing.
Yeah.
Well,
don't you love it?
That's not going in with saying to yourself, I believe in myself. I can do this.
Right. I mean, I don't make any bones about the fact that when I started the company almost 11 years ago, my husband said to me after being separated from a tech company, he said, give it 6 months and figure out what you want to do. So I go on record as saying I was really the accidental entrepreneur. I didn't have any
There are many people
out
there like that.
Right. But he gave me 6 months, and that was almost 11 years ago.
But we're all accidental entrepreneurs. You don't know when you start out. Look, I mean, I've told the story before. I got downsized twice in 18 months, and the third time, after the second time, it was 8:35 on May 29th, 1989. Not that I remember the exact moment or anything. And I said, do I want to start? I guess I better get my resume out and dust it off. And I said, no. I don't need help screwing up my life. I can do that by myself.
Right.
So my point is I had that perspective.
Right.
I'd already been kicked to the curb twice.
Right.
And I said, you know what? Whatever I do on my own can't be worse than that.
And that's a perspective to have. It's like, look, it can't be any worse than that,
Yes.
That's how I feel.
I've never forgotten it.
You got to eat. So you can choose to eat owning your own thing or doing someone else's thing. It's not a right or wrong. It's a what makes sense for you based on, where you want to take your path. Where's your journey want to take you?
The other thing, Olalah, that I think is so powerful for me at least, and that is whatever happens, challenge or opportunity, nightmare or wonderful dream or wonderful reality, it belongs to me.
That's right.
It is mine. What do you think? Last thoughts.
I think having that as the root for how you look at your life and how you impact others is a great way to start the day.
Yep, exactly.
Quite frankly.
Yellowwood.com.
Yellowwoodgroup.com.
Yellowwoodgroup.com and Olalah.com.
Olalah.com.
Olalah. There is no other, ladies and gentlemen. Olalah, thank you for being here. Good job. It's always fun.
Thank you for having me.
Come back soon.
I will.
I told you we'd have fun and get smarter when Olalah joined us. She'll be back another day. I'll be back, but not today. I'm Jim Blasingame. I'll see you later.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved.